Teenagers involved in dating violence is on the rise. See how one organization is trying to change that.
The Moody Center is finally open. We'll check out UT's newest entertainment venue.
Also, there's important changes to the mask mandate you need to know about if you're planning to travel. Reporting Texas TV starts now.
And I'm Ana Maria Figueroa. As young Texans begin to navigate dating, sex education is not the only thing to talk about.
Dating violence is also a hot topic since experts say it's on the rise with teens. Eniola Longue joins us live in the studio to tell us about a new initiative to bring those numbers down.
Texas Advocacy Project works to make the state completely free of abuse. As part of that mission, the organization focuses on teen dating violence.
When Finley Wilms went to the hospital for her yearly checkup, she had no idea her life was about to change forever. Following a recommendation from her doctor, Wilms joined the Teen Ambassadors of Hope.
I've seen a lot of emotional abuse in my life. I've witnessed it. Teen dating violence is not talked about at all. I had no idea that that was even a common issue.
Nearly a quarter of women and 15% of the men surveyed by the CDC say they experienced dating violence before turning 18. That's one reason the Texas Advocacy Project started the Teen Ambassadors of Hope, to educate teens in an effort to bring down those numbers.
The number one myth that people have around all violence, domestic and or dating violence, is that it can't happen to them and that it's not happening in their community. Dating violence happens to women and men. It is about power and control.
Many kids in high school and college can now identify dating violence through the work of Texas Advocacy Project. And on UT's campus, the Title IX office and the Counseling and Mental Health Center, through its Voices Against Violence program, work to raise awareness.
Title IX started out as a way to prevent gender discrimination, but it also protects against dating violence. Their office on campus provides courses on how to spot and report it.
You know, we have touch points with students throughout their time on campus. The first one being the sexual assault prevention modules that students go through before they get to campus.
Wilms says she feels more educated and encourages those impacted from dating violence to speak up.
I would say it starts with a conversation. It can be really scary to find someone to trust. There are organizations like the Texas Advocacy Project in place. You're not alone.
Next Wednesday is Denim Day. The Title IX office is asking everyone to wear denim in solidarity with survivors of sexual assault. For more information on teen dating violence, just look for this story at reportingtexas.com.
Graduate students will have more housing options with a construction project breaking ground in East Austin. Located on 21st Street between Comal and Leona Street, the building will fit over 700 beds and amenities like a fitness center and study spaces. Construction is expected to finish in fall 2024. University officials say the building will increase affordable housing choices for grad students.
UT students who live on East Riverside Drive are asking the university for better transportation. Many students rely on Capital Metro buses to get to campus, but recent driver shortages have caused delays and cancellations, forcing students to miss class. Those students issued demands to university officials last week, who say they are sharing feedback with Cap Metro.
After 58 years of business on the drag, UT is saying goodbye to one of the oldest barbershops in Austin. After serving university students and faculty, Austin locals and celebrities for decades, the Wooten Barbershop was told they need to be out of the property by June 15th. This is part of a larger trend of new construction and rising rents pushing out older businesses on Guadalupe Street.
After 3 years of construction, the new Moody Center opened its doors this week. The new 15,000-seat arena will host 150 events each year, including home games for the Texas men's and women's basketball teams. Both coaches spoke to members of the community who attended Tuesday's ribbon-cutting ceremony.
This place will impact not only our student athletes, our university, but will impact a community, a city, a state, and really a country.
we're going to do our part. We look forward to seeing all of you back here in a few months when basketball season starts. We're blessed and very appreciative of playing in the best arena in the world, and we're going to do our part.
Concerts will fill the other dates on the Moody Center's calendar. John Mayer kicks things off with 2 shows this week, and Bon Jovi performs this weekend.
Dripping Springs is planning for the future. The urban planning project will determine the best ways to use empty land. With more and more people moving to Dripping Springs in the past few years, the mayor says expansion is needed.
We did our last comprehensive plan in 2016. Since then, our population has more than doubled, almost tripled.
While the project is focusing on development, officials promise that Dripping Springs will keep its character and culture. Residents will get to meet with the project team during the Founders Day Festival this weekend. Travelers can now start taking off their masks at the Austin-Bergstrom International Airport as mandates are lifted across the nation. This comes after a federal judge in Florida struck down the national mask mandate on public transportation on Monday. The TSA says it will not enforce mask mandates either. Here in Austin, Cap Metro is lifting mask requirements for passengers. The CDC is still encouraging people to wear masks while traveling.
We expect there to be ups and downs in the pandemic, and we certainly want the CDC to continue to have this authority.
The Justice Department is appealing the decision. Before the ruling, the mask mandate was extended to last until May 3rd.
Coming up, how Austin families may soon be eligible to receive $1,000 per month.
And Westlake High School has a new pool facility of their own. Kevin Malcolm gives us an inside look.
Right now, 9 out of 10 hospitalizations and deaths from COVID are among unvaccinated people. COVID vaccines are free, and there's now a fully FDA-approved option. Learn more at getvaccineanswers.org.
My father instilled in me the commitment to hard work. He came to this country as a farm worker. He worked with strawberries and then in cabinetry. My parents are from Michoacan, Mexico. I grew up Catholic, and we would go to church and baseball and we'd go to work. Everything means something. Nothing easy. I am a product of opportunity. For me, opportunity was football. We can maximize whatever life we want to have for ourselves. It's a privilege to be in a country where the vaccine is provided free. They're not going to charge you early on. My mother and my father had COVID. I'm checking in on them every day. There was a lot of buzz because of the vaccine. In order to stay safe, be around our players and my family, this is what I need to do. After I got the vaccine, I got a workout in. I may not be anybody in this world, but when people have an interaction with me, I'll provide them with the best that I can. Maya is 5 years old. We coach her. Others are important. Believe in health and loving other people. That's what we do.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
For years, Austin has been a hotspot for some of the best swimmers in the country.
However, there is a shortage of pools, making it difficult for many to reach their full potential. Kevin Malcolm Jr. visited the new pool and joins us live in the studio to tell us more.
This $10 million new aquatic facility in West Austin opened a few weeks ago for all kinds of swimmers, from high schoolers to professionals.
This time it's 4, non-free on 3 minutes.
5-time Olympic medalist Ian Crocker is the head coach of the Westlake Whitecaps. His team will be one of the first to use the new Ains Aquatic Center for training and meets.
My main goal as a coach is help the younger kids associate swimming with fun and eventually keep them excited about swimming so that then they want to swim in college.
The 8-lane, 25-meter pool that features 1- and 3-meter diving boards became a reality after an $80 million bond was passed in 2019. The project is a partnership between the Ames School District and a private for-profit company which will cover all of the operational costs. The pool will serve as the home for Westlake High School and club aquatic teams, and on top of that, a limited number of memberships will be available for recreational swimmers. Dietrich Hagenow is a senior swimmer at Westlake High School and has been hoping the team could get a new facility since the old neighborhood pool they used to train in was off campus and didn't have much space.
I'm just over jealous to be able to actually be here in this moment because I've been fighting for it for the past 4 years.
And the new pool makes sure that the team no longer has to rely on bigger facilities like this one here at UT. And instead they have a place that's all their own.
A lot of times we were traveling out of town or swimming in like these small community pools that just like weren't really able to like accommodate us. So honestly, it'll be super cool to see this new atmosphere.
It pushes everybody to do better in practice, and that ultimately will make them do better at meets.
If you want to take a dip in the pool or are looking to join the team, you can find out more information at this story on reportingtexas.com.
Austin ISD is eliminating 600 jobs this fall. This decision comes after student enrollment was lower than expected, and leaders plan to use the money for those jobs to raise salaries. The new budget will also aid campuses that do not have access to a lot of PTA funds.
Because some of our campuses are able to have thousands upon thousands of dollars in their PTA funds, where some other schools, maybe only the teachers are part of that PTA.
The changes will also allow for $2 million to be used for extracurricular activities in low-income areas. The nonprofit Up Together hopes to provide $1,000 a month for a year to some Austin families. Members of the Austin City Council are set to vote on the new initiative today if the funding is approved. The program plans to distribute a little over $1 million to about 85 families.
6 Bill Miller barbecue locations across Austin are increasing their minimum wage to $15 an hour. This is the second time in a little over a year the San Antonio-based company raised their pay. The restaurant chain will also give employees health insurance, paid personal and vacation days, and 401ks. Governor Greg Abbott made a stop in Salado Saturday afternoon after the area was hit by an EF3 tornado just days earlier. Governor Abbott stated that one of the top issues was debris removal, and the state is working hard with local officials to assist in that process.
So I want to thank everybody for being here. I've had the opportunity to drive through the devastation of what this tornado wrecked in this region here in Bell County, and it's just heartbreaking to see the damage that it's caused, to see the people who've lost homes.
Governor Abbott says the next steps are rebuilding and public awareness with donations and support.
Coming up, the cloudy weather is back. We'll show you how incoming rain could affect your weekend plans.
And an exciting softball matchup as the Longhorns took on the undefeated Oklahoma Sooners.
There's just something special about this place. It feels like home. A living room under the sky and trees. I know, right? The fresh air and the vast expanse of green, all here for us to enjoy and to care for. We have a responsibility to look after this earth we call home, to preserve it for generations to come. Every small action contributes to a bigger change, and every one of us can make a difference. The forest feels like home, a place where memories are made, and together we can preserve and protect it.
So I'm back home from college, hanging out with some friends, we're drinking. So we started driving and the road's kind of windy. Next thing I know, I lost control of the car and I crashed into a house. And then from there, you've got the backlash because it was on the news. And before I could even get back home, my phone was blowing up for people's parents, other people like, how could you? So irresponsible. And you go from thinking that I'm this good guy and everything's working out for me to all of a sudden like, I'm a felon. It's a $30,000 mistake for me and something I still think about and have to deal with every day.
Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash your hands.
Rub it while you sing the song. Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash. Rub your hands and fingers and the places in between. Using soap and water makes your hands so clean. Wash your hands. Make sure you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now dry.
Wash your hands for 20 seconds, just like Elmo.
The cloudy skies and light showers have been upon us all week in Austin.
Jaxie Pigeon is here to tell us more about what to expect this weekend.
Well, the gloomy weather certainly has remained throughout the week so far, bringing one of the coolest days in Austin in over a month on Tuesday at 71 degrees. Let's take a look outside. Conditions are partly cloudy right now on campus. Those dull skies have remained so far this week, so hopefully the rainy and humid vibes can at least knock out some of the allergies in the air. We're starting in the high 80s with a bit of humidity from the rain earlier today, along with a slight breeze. The temperature will remain in the 80s until the sun sets tonight. This evening, it will be cloudy and the temperature will drop into the mid-70s by midnight and stay the same overnight. The good news is that sunshine is upon us for Friday for the Longhorn Run with a high of 87 and a low of 68. The not so great news is we could see some rain showers and scattered thunderstorms throughout the rest of the weekend, which could impact the orange and white football spring game and the Texas baseball game. But overall, after Monday's thunderstorms, we will see a lot less rain and partly cloudy skies and a lot more sunshine. Warm temperatures, lots of sun, with just that high chance of scattered thunderstorms on Monday.
It's going to be a good day for the Longhorn Run. Are any of you participating?
I will not be participating actually in the run, but I will be supporting my friends. I don't run, but I will be there for support.
I'm the same. A lot of my friends are, but I can't this weekend. But it'll be a good time, I'm sure.
For sure. And coming up, it's Earth Day tomorrow. Find out what events are happening this weekend.
And why some are calling Austin FC's latest game the biggest win in club history.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
We want to be that safe space for each other for the rest of our lives.
She protects me, I protect her. We are officially going to start a family. We will protect them from anything. I'm in the fire department and I'm in the National Guard.
Packing out for drill.
I was tasked to administer the vaccine in Oxford, so I saw firsthand what we were dealing with. We decided to approach the vaccine with openness. A lot of questions were asked. When the vaccine was available to us, we were able to get it.
Her mom is very immune compromised.
We've not lost anyone close to us from COVID. I really think so much of that is due to the vaccine. I don't know what would have happened if my mom would have gotten COVID. I'm glad I don't know.
I got the vaccine for others. I was worried about passing it on.
People are worried about the vaccine and what effects that might have later. I'm worried about living in the time that I have right now. I want to enjoy my mom and my grandparents while they are here. This time right now is precious to me.
Welcome back, I'm Stephanie Molina, joining you live from the sports desk. Olympic champion Perez Jepchirchir takes home victory in the world's oldest and most prestigious annual marathon. The Boston Marathon returned this spring after 2 years since the pandemic. Jepchirchir and Ababel Yashaneh were neck to neck, but Jepchirchir pulled ahead, finishing in 2 hours, 21 minutes, and 1 second. Evans Chabet won first place in the men's race. Manuela Schar won the women's wheelchair race, and Danielle Romanchuk from the U.S. finished first in the men's wheelchair race. About 25,000 participants showed up from 120 countries and all 50 states. The United States Football League season kicks off this week with W's. The Birmingham Stallions take the first win by defeating the New Jersey Generals 28-24 in an instant classic. The New Orleans Breakers had a tricky start, but Jordan Ellis put them back on top against the Philadelphia Stars. The Tampa Bay Bandits led first half by 17 points against the Pittsburgh Maulers, securing their win.
Awesome. We rehearsed and practiced out the whole 2.5 weeks, and the receivers made a great route, great catch.
The Houston Gamblers held off Michigan Panthers with a strong defense that led them to win 17-12. The rest of the games will be played on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from April through July. Austin's FC scored 3 goals in a span of 10 minutes against DC United on Saturday, allowing them to win 3-2. DC United scored 2 goals entering the 80-minute mark, but that didn't stop the Austin team from making a comeback. The momentum of the game changed when Danny Hosen scored a nice touch in front of the goal off a cross from Diego Fagundes. From then on, Austin FC was in control for the rest of the match. Ruben Gabrielsen and Hosen scored their first goals for the club. We can hope to see this motivate them in their next 2 plays over the week. The UT women's softball team defeated the Oklahoma Sooners at the McCombs Field this week for the series finale. After 2 games with OU, Texas was able to finish it off with pitcher Haley Dulcini. Dulcini struck out 3 Sooners, hit 2 batters, and issued no walks after allowing 2 hits from the other team. Her hard work paid off after giving up 3 hits and 2 earned runs in 3-0 opening loss to OU. This led to the 18th-ranked Longhorns taking a win against the defending national champions. It handed the Sooners their first loss of the season after 38 consecutive wins.
Wow, that's so great to hear about soccer, too. I'm from D.C., so I'm a big D.C. United fan, but Austin SC has been great this year.
I'm so anxious to go to one of their games. Have any of y'all gone?
I haven't been to one, but they have a lot of new players this season, and it looks great. Baseball also has new players along with their old players, and it seems like it's going to be a good season because their game this week is sold out, so that's exciting.
That's good news to hear. Yeah, baseball's doing great. I haven't been to a softball game, but...
And coming up, a UT student is raising money for a good cause. More on how he's helping his community in El Salvador.
And if you're considering adding a new 4-legged member to your family, we'll tell you how one organization is making that even easier this weekend.
CrossFit's got nothing on extreme fanning, let me tell you. Jump and fan, put your legs up in the air, fan, 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 fan. Try to keep your balance. This is so extreme. Fan yourself. We're bonding a little here. Once we start going into our extreme mode, get your arm steps in, people. You're just gonna burn so many calories. Yeah, do you feel burned?
This was a terrible idea.
You just can't even measure it. It's just gonna go off the charts.
It's an interesting form of exercise.
Being one with the wind, which is the goal of this class at the end of the day.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get that at all.
Extreme fanning. You're gonna work with the wind to get you worked out.
It's kind of weird. I don't know any other way to describe it.
It's the best feeling in the world, guys. Woo!
You don't have to go to this extreme to be a wind fan. Anyone can be a wind fan with Austin Energy. Choose 100% green choice Texas Wind Energy today.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say, like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
There are a lot of reasons to make Texas a litter-free state. What's important is always keeping a litter-free state of mind. I'm Randy Rogers with a reminder for us all. Don't mess with Texas.
UT students are joining together to raise money to repair a school in El Salvador. Despite their busy schedules, they want to help their community back at home. Stephanie Molina checked it out.
When Anthony Efrain Rodriguez visited a school in San Fernando, Morazan, El Salvador, he knew that there was a need for new tables and a fresh coat of paint. That's why this senior at UT is raising money to repair it after decades of insufficient funds.
The U.S. was supposed to fix the school or something, but because of the government, they weren't able to, but they fixed like the rest of the other schools. And then I was like, you know what, we can do that, and I don't know, it would be more like impactful.
The school was built in the 70s, but because of a civil war and little money to take care of it, the ceilings, restrooms, windows, and the floor are falling apart.
I know that the greatest beneficiaries wouldn't be me, but the children that study in the school.
152 kids attend the school that houses grades kindergarten through 12th grade. ¿Estás emocionado para ir a la escuela o estar con tus amigos o...? ¿Sí? Rodriguez hopes to raise more money by working with individual students and different organizations like the Central American Student Association. Their goal is to raise $5,000 by spreading the word through Twitter and giving away concert tickets.
I've seen how some of these small communities are like impacted by the school because like they depend on it. Like education is really important over there.
Rodriguez plans to go to El Salvador at the end of May to start the work with the help of his family and the local community. He hopes to have it fixed within a week.
I just feel like if there's a way that I can help, then I'm going to try to help in whatever way I can.
In Austin, Stephanie Molina, reporting Texas TV.
The fundraiser is happening now through May 22nd. There's more information with this story at reportingtexas.com.
Tomorrow is Earth Day, and local organizations are celebrating with events all weekend long. Tonight, from 6:30 to 10 p.m., take a tour of Green Gate Farms in East Austin. Tomorrow, you can help with Ladybird Lake cleanup or celebrate at Barton Creek Square Mall. Plus, the Domain is hosting a Go Green Day on Saturday.
If you've been on the fence about adopting a puppy, a local shelter is giving you one more reason to. Austin Pets Alive is waiving all puppy adoption fees through Sunday. The shelter received an influx of puppies in need of treatment for parvovirus. The fee is normally $300 and is being waived to make room for additional kennels and puppies that have been treated for the virus. Do you have any plans for this weekend?
I'm going home, but man, I love Austin Pets Alive, so I really wish I could go there and help out. I fostered a few puppies through them.
Sure, I love puppies. I maybe might want to adopt 2 more or
I know.
something.
Hopefully people turn out and help out some puppies because I know they really need the extra space to take in more.
For sure. Thanks for joining us tonight on Reporting Texas TV.
If you would like to check out any of our stories on our newscast, please visit reportingtexas.com.
We'll see you next Thursday.
Good night.